Well, a very happy new year to you. I wish you a very successful and joyful 2026. But right at the start of this year, I wanted to just jump out and give you my New Year message or my thoughts for what you could achieve in this coming year. Because you realize most people overestimate what they can achieve in a few days or a few weeks, but they underestimate what they can achieve over a whole year. And I say that because my year of 2024, that's not 25, 24, the one before, was my huge year of transformation. And it's when I came into the online world, jumped into this whole world of e-commerce from nothing, from no experience, from zero experience, to the point where my wife said, when I told her, hey, I'm looking at doing something online because my retirement plans were in tatters. I was 58 at the time. I knew I wouldn't be able to retire at 60. And she said, don't do that. I know people who've done that internet thing and it doesn't work. You know, in one sense, I think she's probably right. There are many people who try stuff online, like any business, and don't succeed. But the truth is, there are more people online today than there ever have been. There's statistics say that 75% of the world's population, around 7 billion in 2025, now use the internet. That is utterly incredible. And the whole growth of AI, which many of us see as a threat and taking over jobs and everything else, can be a huge, huge benefit to speed our process and speed things that we do. So used as a great tool, yes. Used as a master, no. I hate getting onto these, you scroll and you see images and things that are just so clearly AI and you think it's just not real, it's not true. People today want reality. They want integrity, they want honesty. And that's what I suggest to you, is that that's what you want. And that you too could make this your year of transformation like I did in 2024. But what do you need to do to be successful this coming year? And I think number one is you just need a willingness and open-mindedness to recognize that the online space is a place where you can thrive. Yes, it's crowded. Yes, there's a lot of hype and scams. The reality is 75% of the world's population are there. So the opportunities are huge. You just need to learn to provide something of value that will rise above the crowd, that will make you stand out in the crowd. And then you can see huge success. So that's number one, is having an open-mindedness to new things, new ideas, being willing to step into that space, that online space that you maybe have never had much experience of, maybe just as a consumer. Again, my wife, when I said to her, clearly the internet works because Amazon turn up to our front door nearly every single day of the year. So clearly it works. We're just on the wrong side. How do we get on the right side? How do we get to be making money and profits on the internet? So number one, have the open-mindedness. Two, I believe you need a framework, a pathway, something you can follow. Now, sure, you can go out there and search for this and search for that. There's so much free material, but reality is few will ever succeed by randomly just seeking and searching for an idea or to do something. That idea of putting out a viral video and overnight becoming wealthy are very, very, very few and far between for everyday people like you and me. We need help. I need help through this. I needed guidance. And that's where I joined the Modern Wealthy program that you've already seen me promote because you've responded to one of my video ads. And that was exactly where I was in November 2023. I'm not expecting or asking you to do anything I haven't already tried, tested, and proved to be highly successful. I listened to a YouTube ad from a chap called John, and he was a carpenter. He'd lost his business through COVID, and he found a way to develop an online income, and he did it in about a year. That's why for me, the year of transformation is so, so powerful. And I saw John, I actually had a phone call with him. And I just thought, John, you're so authentic and real and honest. If you've done it, John, why not me? And so I joined that same program that he'd used, the Modern Wealthy. And then behind that, there's a whole training curriculum, a whole framework to help you prepare, launch, and grow an online business from nothing, from zero experience. Or if you have some experience, it'll help you set your foundations right. You may already have an idea. You may already have skills and things that you could offer online. Or maybe you haven't, like I didn't have. And so I became an affiliate of LaunchU. Now that's only one route. Many people develop their own product or service And they've done incredible things. There's a chap called Mike in the Launch You, the Modern Wealthy community, who had a passion for music and choir singing. He developed a website, just a membership website. People paid £20 to be part of a singing community, and he got people together. They'd send music, online, and they'd practice at home, and then get together every month or two for a group performance. So Mike found himself doing something he absolutely loved. These events every month or two. Yet he's got over 2,000 subscribers, paying £20 a month. That's 40,000 a month. Doing something he loves through a very simple idea in a website. So if you've got an idea or a concept, Launch You will help you to formulate and package that into an incredible online offer that, again, helps you stand above the crowd. What about my story? Well, I saw that Modern Wealthy ad. I joined the Modern Wealthy. I joined Launchpad, which is the core curriculum. People often ask me, well, what will it actually cost? This is $37. Let's get real about this. Can you really build significant wealth for a program that costs just $37? And I would say, let's get some reality, and I get some honesty in there, because so many people, they get online, they say, oh, there's these upsells, there's this, well, I'm just going to be very straight with you. You need a curriculum that is comprehensive, that will teach you everything you need to prepare, launch, and grow your online business. And Launchpad, which costs around $997 for the whole year, is what you'd pay, or $100 a month. That is phenomenal value. There's about 8 modules and 10 or so lessons in each. There's AI tools, interactive learning, and step by step, you can build your online business. I began that program in November 2023. Within 28 days, I raced through the program. I did it fast. People, it depends on your situation. You've got maybe more time, less money, put more time in. Less time, take your time. There's no one right way, but I did it fast, and inside 28 days, I'd launched my very first online business. And my very first internet sale came 8 days after that. What an exciting day that was. I made a sale, from somebody in Ghana. Again, this international community called the internet. I made a sale from Ghana. Incredible. And then in my very first month, I turned over more than £1,000. And then month 3, so that was January, £1,000. Month 3, I turned over 5,000. And then at the end of my in May, I made a $10,000 month. And then at the end of my year of transformation, which was then November of 2024, yeah, that's right, 2024, I turned over more than $20,000. So I saw steady growth through following this blueprint. And so that's the second thing that I said, find a framework that you know works. And the Modern Wealthy program, which is the huge introductory overview of this whole concept of building an online business, will give you everything you need to know whether this is for you or not. If not, you can get your money back. Fantastic. If you love it, then you can think about moving on to the Launchpad core curriculum, which is a year of real intensive. I say intensive, not to put you off that there's so much hard work. I had a very busy consultancy business, so I did a little bit every day. And for me, that's the key to consistency and growth and having big success. It's not doing a whole lot and then nothing. It's doing a little bit every day. And I really learned that concept as a child through music. My parents encouraged me to learn a musical instrument, and for me it was the clarinet. And evenings were busy, didn't practice, didn't really progress. And then my parents said, why don't you do it in the morning before the busyness of the day, and stuff at night when you just want to play and do different things. So I just got into the habit of doing half an hour every day in the morning. And over years, I just developed. There were far more gifted people than I was, but a little bit every day. And over years, I just went through the grades and became a grade 8 distinction clarinetist. Not because I was brilliant, just because I was consistent. And it's exactly the same in your online business. If you're consistent with a framework that works, you do a little every day, you will be successful, and you can build a highly successful online business. So I transformed my finances in 1 year through consistent daily action, maybe an hour or two a day, but not full time. So this is something you can do alongside what you're currently doing. So that really is my encouragement for you today, is to look seriously at the Modern Wealthy program. It's what I'm promoting because I've used it and I've seen huge success for myself. So I know the program works. It's backed by a whole community of like-minded entrepreneurs, part of a Facebook group of over 10,000 people, worldwide. And there's huge camaraderie. People post online, they connect with other people. You're not on your own in this incredible community. There's people there to help. There's a whole team of mentors who are available if you choose to use some of that help. You're not on your own. And I valued that so much when I was building my online business. And tech, if tech puts you off, you say, I don't have any, I had none. I still have very little. But there's help where, you can use other people's skill who know tech like the back of their hand. They do it in their sleep. In half an hour, I had a half an hour session with a mentor, got my automated email system and Google Ads, because I started marketing on the Google Ads platform, in half an hour. It would have taken me months. That's the power of this community. And that's what I want to encourage you, is to look at this year ahead and say, do you really want to transform your financial future? Are you like me, who was approaching retirement, and you want to build a retirement income because your retirement provision is woefully lacking? You see, I turned 60 in August, this year, 2025, this last year rather. And that was such a big thing for me, because I remember seeing my father retire at 60 on the old system, the 40-year plan. He worked for the same company and they paid him a big lump sum. He bought a boat, moved into the country with my mum, always seemed to have all the time and money he needed to live freedom. And yet here was me at the age 60. No way could I retire, faced with carrying on working forever, probably, because that's, the lifestyle that I enjoyed through having in my own business, I could not maintain if I stopped working. That was the pain for me, was I just couldn't do it. So my online business has opened up a whole new future for me, because in the space of a year, and now obviously we're into 2026, so for me it was 2 years, and I've just seen steady growth through that whole time. There's ups and downs, there's challenges. AI comes in and changes the whole Google Ads platform, and things that you used to say before you can't say. There's relearning, there's challenges along the way, but by goodness, you get the skills you need to be resilient and to make good money and profit online through the Launchpad program, through the Modern Wealthy program. So think where you could be this time next year. Why not give yourself 1 year to transform your finances? Now remember, don't see that as something too big to cope with. A little every day. People overestimate, they get in early and they think, this is all I'm going to be rich in a month. They overestimate what they can do in a short period of time, but underestimate what consistent compound action, if you like, over a period of time, like a year, they fully underestimate what they can achieve. So that's my encouragement. Why not jump in and join the Modern Wealthy today and have a look? You'll see a 7-video Fast Start series where you can see what it's all about. Stuart, my mentor, will teach you the concepts of this online business and what you can do, how you can create it. You'll know if this is for you or not. $37, about the price of a meal, and maybe even not a very good meal these days. But for the price of a meal, you could have in your hands something that could transform your financial future. It's the start, it's the introduction. I've already told you about Launchpad, which is the core curriculum. So if you love the Modern Wealthy, you'll see the Launchpad and then get into that daily action. And this time next year, you could have a business, you could be making good money online, and your whole future, moving into your golden years, could be completely transformed by your year of transformation. So why not make 2026 your year like I did in 2024? And because I've done it, I can help and encourage you to do the same. Because as I said, I'm not asking you to do anything that I've not already done. I've done it, I've proved it, and I can help you to do the same. So jump in, click that button, join the Modern Wealthy, and I'll see you transform your life in 2026. That bit's down to you. I can offer you the framework that works. You've got to do the work. So I invite you to make your 2026 your year of transformation. You can do it.